Hey everyone, and welcome back to my playthrough. I had to end the previous part here in the Boot Mountain as I didn't feel like I had enough time in order to make it back to the Kaloon mine. Not to worry, because here we are in a new part, and the Kaloon mine should only be a couple of minutes away. And I've managed to get away. Yeah, the standard opposition, you know, the standard Digimon who you get into battles with, the fiery ones are just not going to be worth it. The amount of MP that I would have to use, it's just not going to be worth it. So running away is the most sensible option when I'm against, you know, fiery Digimon. Right, so I need to make it through the ice dungeon. That shouldn't be a problem. The ice witch has already been defeated by myself. The traps and puzzles are very straightforward, and the random Digimon encounters shouldn't pose any problems, since they are going to be ice Digimon. Ice Digimon are, you know, the easiest for me to win against, considering the Digimon and the techniques that I'm going to be fighting with. The fire dungeon's going to be a bit of a nuisance, because although I've defeated the Fire Knight, the fire traps are still going to be there, and they're still going to crunch my HP and force me to heal, and the random encounters are going to be annoying as well. I'm probably going to have to run away from them. I could, in that time, get attacked, and, you know, I might be forced to heal. And then the Dark Dungeon, probably not going to be as bad as the Fire Dungeon. So, I don't know, like, the puzzles and the traps, I don't know it off by heart, but I know the gist of it. And the random encounters should be less of an issue than that of, you know, the Fire Dungeon. And, as for the Dark Knight, I think he'll be easier than the Fire Knight, because although I don't think Fire is, like, famous for being effective against Dark, but certainly I don't think Dark is resistant to Fire. So, you know, there's going to be obvious reason to use Giga Fire. However, I think some Dark Digimon might be mixed with Fire as well, which is going to be like the ultimate double whammy, because Fire's not going to help me win against them, and, you know, nor is Dark. So both Gigafire and Black Dart are going to be all but useless. Chimeramon, really? Oh wait, he puts you to sleep, doesn't he? Well, that could cost me everything. Well, I don't fancy my chances winning against him. Managed to run away, but that was a real scare. Well, I want to enter the battle with maximum HP, so I'm going to heal here, and hopefully I'm not going to get into a random battle, because that really will be a nuisance. And as always, I'll be entering the battle with Black Wargreymon. He's got to be the most resistant to this guy. You know, Black Wargreymon is part dark. We're facing dark, so you would hope that Black Wargreymon is going to be the most resistant against this sort of opposition. So when I'm doing defensive things like boosting my speed, Black Wargreymon's probably the best option. There is Pyaldramon. If I really, really feel like I need him, I can always try and switch, but fingers crossed, I would love to be able to just do this with Black Wargreymon. The Blasted Gorge is about halfway. Grand Kowagamon would be the Digimon I'd Digivolve into. I don't think I'm going to get much of an advantage from that. Dimension Scissors isn't going to work. So other than the fact that MP won't cost anything and my HP will get a free refill, I don't really sense much coming out for that. But let's see how Gigafire serves us. Nicely. Very, very nicely. And I've got one eye on my HP. But I'm... okay, I've defeated him as well. Okay, well, this has gone very smoothly so far. I think I would like to heal though. Let's do another speed up before our speed wears off. And we're going to make it 3 from 3. We are. Okay, I really didn't need to worry about that. And now we are safe from random battles, and we have a Gatomon and a Gardromon, just what I want to be seeing. So I've got the 4 badges, so unless I've overlooked something, I should now be able to access the real world like you can do at this point, and yeah, get the 180 seconds in the real world. But I'm saving because I don't want this progress going to waste, because I was worried about the dungeons and I'm glad to have made it past them. Okay, it looks like all is good and I can return to the real world for the 180 seconds. But the thing that may or may not seem controversial is that when I arrive in the real world, I'm not actually going to do anything. I am just going to stand on the spot and wait for my 180 seconds to run out. And for your benefit, I'll probably speed it up, because it's probably going to be boring for you, and then obviously afterwards I'll explain my reasoning why. Right, here goes. Here's to doing absolutely nothing. Well, 3 minutes actually feels like quite a long time when you're sat down doing absolutely nothing. So, we're now brought back to the Digimon world. So things are looking highly problematic. And in the street corner, nothing. And then your character mentions about speaking to Lisa and seeing if anyone anywhere has any bright ideas. So in the real world, when you go there, there's loads of like items lying around, and there is I think that there is like a battle you can get into. You get into random battles, but there are like boss battles you can get into, and I think there's 2 in total against the AOA, of course, and you can win against them. However, even if you know, totally explore the area, loot it up, do absolutely anything and everything you can possibly do, you still cannot stop the Juggernaut from launching. It launches regardless, there's nothing you can do to stop it, And how nice to be ambushed. Yeah, there's absolutely nothing that you can do to stop it. So it happens regardless, and it ends the same in that it ends with the real world being in tatters and your character saying about speaking to Lisa. Had I, tried to, had I tried to, do everything I could have done, then it wouldn't have made any difference to storyline purposes. I would have gained experience and money from winning battles and winning the random encounters, and I think I'll just try and run as well since he is. Okay, let's just try and fight him then. Yeah, I could have gained experience and money, I could have gained items, because all the items that are lying around, but I personally thought that I just wouldn't bother, because although it would be useful, gaining items that could be sold for money, that could, buy us Digimon cards or winning battles that will gain us more experience, win us more money, etc. Most of the Digimon, if not all of the Digimon who feature in that area, are water Digimon, and I would be pretty much hopeless against them for reasons that I've explained many times before. So instead I just chose to do absolutely nothing. For storyline purposes, that is all you need to do. So I've not achieved any less from doing nothing, other than the fact that I, have missed out on experience, missed out on money, but it would have been very difficult battles. It would have been really frustrating, it would have consumed loads of time, and I'll make up for it. When I go back to grinding, whenever it is, I will obviously make up for the stuff that I've lost. And, well, not so much the stuff that I've lost, the stuff that I just haven't gained. And, so I need to speak to Lisa. I believe she's in the Asuka city, so I took the circuit board from the north sector to the central sector, boot mountain through the plug cape, and from here it's going to be very easy to make it back into the city and speak to Lisa. And by this point, it is a very good idea to have gone to the Mirage Tower in the Amaterasu server and to have spoken to the AOA resistance people, because in the conversation that we're going to be having with Lisa, from also speaking to the people in the Mirage Tower, it triggers dialogue which actually gets the ball rolling with the next bit and enables us to access the West Sector city and the North Sector city in the Amaterasu server and take on the other two AOA chiefs, which then results in me being able to make it past the Nightmon in the Amaterasu server, and and then being able to make it to the main Amaterasu city and making some real progress from there. Yeah, we are heading into the prison place to speak to the game master. Brilliant idea that is on reflection. Yeah, a very smart move from Lisa there, who pretends to give herself up to the AOA, and then that leads to the Game Master announcing that the Juggernaut can actually be stopped. So, yeah, Lisa has agreed to help us, and I think we can now go straight to the West Sector city in the Amaterasu server. I can't think of anything else that needs to be done beforehand. I think we can now go straight there, so it's just a case of switching servers and going to the West Sector, or going to the West Sector and then switching servers. Whatever your preference on order is, but I'm sure I've got some rubbish to sell. Power charge. It's weird, I can't even remember where I got this from. So I got Define Rod and Brave Sword, and I can't even remember obtaining that. I had items of substantial value which I was able to sell, and I can't even remember obtaining them. Well, no complaints from me. So before I head off, I want to make sure that I've rested and I've saved, and I'm getting close to the 30-minute mark. So I'll probably be ending the part once I save. And then obviously in the following part I'll be able to try and make it up to the 3rd and 4th AOA chiefs and try and make it past them. That is pretty much all I've got time for in this part, so I best be stopping here. And thank you everyone for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I hope to see you in the next part.